Hello, everyone. I'm J. Colin Peterson, mentor for Team 1671's 2020-2021 leadership team and chairman's coach for the award-winning Buchanan BirdBrains Chairman's Effort. The Chairman's Award is considered the most prestigious award in all of FIRST. To be considered for the Chairman's Award requires a team effort to pull together in the non-technical efforts, consisting of outreach, community service, and plans for legacy and sustainability of the team. 3 years running, your Buchanan BirdBrains have won this award regionally, even against all odds, including a global pandemic. This year, our team has qualified for the world competition and will present to judges to compete for the first Hall of Fame, the most prestigious award internationally. I am proud to have coached this team's CEO, Anika Garza, and veteran team members Daphne Person and Haley Gears in this effort. And I know you'll be proud of them and the entire team. And now, your award-winning Buchanan BirdBrains Chairman's presentation.
In a world where an FRC team works countless hours, supports their community, fed STEAM to 50 Title I schools, created an activity book, and sold hundreds of copies of an original children's book. More than just robots is not just a phrase. It's Team 1671's entire life. And then a global pandemic hit, and they had to rediscover what it truly means to be a team.
In March of 2020, we were sucked into a global game of Jumanji when our high-intensity robotics effort was placed on pause, and our only job was to survive.
Instead of wallowing in self-pity, we assessed our skills and abilities. We had strong players, and anyone could ignite success.
Gone were the Friday all-nighters and all the things that made for a typical season. But we are not quitters. We are players.
We decided to play.
We were determined to declare Jumanji on the season, and we rolled the dice.
Level 1.
Legacy and sustainability.
We couldn't play on our own. We had to enlist the help of our impressive roster of mentors, people who worked for major tech companies and even Hollywood.
Alumni graciously came back to play the game with us, including our 2018 CTO, our new teacher advisor, our 2016 COO, and of course our head coach, who started on the team 16 years ago.
We took our leadership hiring process online to onboard 4 C-suite and 12 D-suite positions, along with the team secretary to keep things straight.
After recruiting leaders, we got right to work on our 3rd annual summer leadership camp. 2021 leaders met for a collective 150 hours over the course of the training, where we regained something that had been lost: hope. We soon had our heads back in the game.
But how do we even compete this year? In 2004, our team was working in hallways and our robot caught fire. We knew we would survive, but would we thrive as we always had?
Level 2.
First.
Of course, we couldn't let our first outreach and support fall short. Our normal FLL scrimmage, qualifier, and championship were put on hold, including our Hatching It Out FLL mentorship program. Instead, we created our virtual FLL flight manual, an open source document any FLL team can use to get started or just improve.
We love FIRST, and we normally act as a major volunteer workforce at all of our area FRC events, our regionals, and even at the World Championship. And FIRST returns that love to Team 1671. A BirdBrain has received a FIRST Volunteer Award at 14 of the last 36 events we've attended.
We've even gone all the way to Taiwan to help Team 7589, the Lishan Blue Magpies, with their team structure, organization, and leadership principles.
To engage our FIRST community in the virtual world, we created our own Robo-Olympics, which allows teams to post times and stats to our leaderboard to maintain year-round excitement.
Level 3.
Making it loud.
We've received attention from notable figures, including former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger,
with his 17.5 million Instagram followers,
and Governor Jerry Brown,
who declared to major media outlets, "I've never seen robots at a high school before."
We've received international attention from Mary Robinson Climate Justice Award winner Manoli Sisavan, and even in space with U.S. astronaut Greg Chamitoff.
Level 4.
Diversity and inclusion.
Apart from Team 1671's naturally inclusive family culture, where 58% of our team members represent abilities, gender identities, cultures, and other backgrounds that are historically disadvantaged, BirdBrains take deliberate measures to ensure underserved communities and groups are heard, included, and celebrated.
It isn't enough to check a box when it comes to diversity. It takes real leadership to create lasting cultural change. That's apparent in our own leadership structure, with 7 of our last 9 team CEOs being young women, and women and cultural minorities making up 63% of our leadership team overall. That doesn't happen from simple policies in the handbook. That only happens with a team like 1671.
BirdBrains work tirelessly to help get girls involved in STEM, starting with our very own GEMS program. This 4-week program taught 48 girls about engineering and technology disciplines. We hosted girls from our school's transition program, which supports socioeconomically challenged students, some of whom were never exposed to robotics.
Level 5.
Access and equity.
Our reputation for inclusivity has been publicly recognized and rewarded by our school district officials and through a $4,400 Equity and Access grant, which kicked off one of the team's most successful years in fundraising, with nearly $20,000 raised in the preseason alone.
And that money helps fund our original and free STEAM workshop, a multi-day affair targeting elementary school kids at Title I schools. It challenges young minds to fund critical thinking and problem-solving games. To date, we've reached 842 students.
We've also provided access to kids overseas, traveling all the way to the only school in the small village of Bon Pawai, Laos, where we introduced our STEAM workshop to 90 impoverished students and gifted the school its first books, 15 copies of our original children's book.
With COVID-19 halting all in-person workshops, including our planned return trip to Laos, we were inspired to target an even larger audience by translating our children's book. Today, the book has been translated into 12 languages, including Spanish, Lao, French, Punjabi, Chinese, and so many more, making it accessible to 3.7 billion people worldwide. Plus, we created an audio version for those with impaired vision.
Declaring Jumanji.
When Jumanji ends, the players are yanked back into reality, but they are changed forever.
So is Team 1671, for the better.
We are a diverse group of leaders with a powerful support system.
We've spread first throughout our community, reaching kids, teachers, governors, celebrities, and even astronauts.
And not one of our teammates gets left behind as we continue to play together beyond Jumanji to face many more challenges and continue to
inspire young minds to spread their wings.
Thank you.